Hello and welcome to Piano Mastery Unlocked. I'm Ronald Hawkins, and today we're diving into a piece that's a classic in every sense. The Sonatina in C major, opus 36, number 1, by Muzio Clementi. This is often one of the first serious pieces students encounter, a doorway into classical style, and it has so much to teach us about articulation, phrasing, and classical elegance. Clementi was an influential figure in the classical period, sometimes called the father of the pianoforte. His sonatinas are known for their clarity and grace, and they help pianists build the foundation for more complex classical repertoire. The Sonatina in C major is particularly popular, and for good reason. It's short, lively, and deceptively simple. For pianists learning it, it's an excellent introduction to the classical style and a lesson in precision, articulation, and balance. Today we'll focus on the first movement, Allegro, and I'll share tips on how to bring this piece to life. To play this movement well, it's helpful to understand its structure. It's written in sonata form, which is a common format in classical music. The movement has three main sections. Exposition, the main theme is introduced. Followed by a contrasting secondary theme. Next comes the development. Here, Clementi takes the themes introduced in the exposition and develops them through modulation, changing different keys, and variation. And finally, we have the recapitulation. The main theme returns, but this time they stay in the home key of C major. Understanding this structure helps in interpreting the piece, allowing you to highlight the contrast between the sections and to make the movements feel more cohesive. Classical era pieces like this sonatina emphasizes clean, precise articulation. Clementi wrote this music with the idea that each note should speak clearly, almost like speech. The Allegro has a lively character, but to capture it, you'll have to focus on a crisp staccato articulation, particularly in the opening theme. Focus on keeping the right hand melody light and articulated, while the left hand accompaniment remains steady and supportive. Each note should be shaped with care, almost as if you're plucking each note on a harp. Next, let's talk about phrasing and dynamics. Although this piece seems straightforward, it's full of little expressive details that make it charming and lively. Clementi didn't overmark his music with dynamic instructions, which means it's up to us to add life to it. One way to approach this is to think of each phrase as a complete thought. Notice how the melody rises and falls, and let that shape your dynamics naturally. In classical music, dynamics are often subtle, so avoid dramatic changes and instead opt for graceful swells, keeping your playing light and elegant, aiming for a singing tone in the right hand. This sonatina is excellent for building coordination and finger technique. The left hand in the Allegro movement is often playing simple broken chords, while the right hand handles the melody. To keep the texture clear, aim for a smooth, even left hand that provides a steady foundation without overpowering the right hand. Practice the left hand alone to ensure every note is even, and then trying both hands together at a slower tempo. This will help you achieve balance and control in each hand, giving your performance a clean and polished sound. The Allegro tempo marking means the piece should feel lively and energetic, but don't rush. Find a tempo where you can play each note clearly and with confidence. The character of this piece is cheerful and light, so keep your touch bright and your rhythms accurate. It's tempting to play fast, but remember, clarity and precision are more important than speed. Once you're comfortable with the notes, gradually increase your tempo until you find the right balance between liveliness and clarity. Here are a few tips to help you make the most of your practice. Number 1, isolate difficult measures like measures 7, 13, and 37. Spend time on those spots until you feel confident. Then reintegrate them into the larger picture. Number 2, focus on balance. Make sure the melody in the right hand stands out while the left hand stays in the background. And finally, number 3, record yourself. Listening back to your recording is a great way to check your articulation and balance. It'll help you hear if your phrasing and dynamics need adjustment. One of the joys of this piece is that it teaches control and classical style, skills that will serve you in more advanced works. Clementi's Sonatina in C major may be a beginner's piece, but it is filled with opportunities for growth and musicality. By focusing on clear articulation, balancing phrasing, and thoughtful dynamics, you can bring out the joyful character of this movement. Thank you for tuning in to Piano Mastery Unlocked. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes, and if you're working on this piece, let me know how it's going. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep practicing, stay inspired, and enjoy the music. I'm Ronald Hawkins. Take care.